Guys, I'm actually super excited for this taste test. This is from a company that I've really enjoyed in the past based upon some of their standards, right? A lot of people say they're backed by science, but this company is one of the few that actually provides you with the overwhelming body of scientific evidence for what they put in and why they put that amount into it. They're all about very clear, non-hidden labels. They will tell you if you really want every single gram of every product that is ingredient that's in their product. With that, as they were coming through and they first started out with like pre-workouts, some vitamins, supplements and stuff, which have been really good. And I've tried some of Legion stuff before. This is actually version 2 of their protein bar. So I did have their first protein bar. It was some time ago. It's not on my channel. I'm sorry about that. But it was okay. But it was kind of chewy and gummy and it was fine. But I just couldn't get myself to really want to just default to that protein bar. Because protein bars are often more of that treat you take in the day to get some extra protein. So they have actually reformulated their protein bar, and this is their first flavor they've come out with their reformulation. So Legion protein bar, chocolate chip cookie. I'm very interested in this. Give it a taste test with all of you guys. Just to go through this a little bit, it is 240 calories. So again, it's a protein bar. It's kind of there. It's about that same amount. You get about 20 grams of protein. One of the interesting things is I do believe from when I was looking at this, they don't have any soy in it. They have whey and milk-based protein additives. The company's not a big fan of soy protein, so if that's something you're trying to stay away from, this might be a good one for you because a lot of companies will use soy fillers to add to protein amounts, even though maybe you're trying to stay away from it or you just don't want too much of it. So it is quite a bit smaller. You can see the packaging is different, but the other bars were a little bit longer. So I'm very interested to see how they reformulated this. Let's go ahead and give it an open. Okay, I'll just tear the whole thing open. It's a very fragile thing. All right. So you can see right here, it does have kind of that appearance of a normal protein bar, more of like that log for loss of better description. It has a kind of a caramel coloring to it. I can see some chocolate chips in there, and there's chunks of something else, which I'm wondering if is that cookie dough or something else. It looks kind of airy. So let's go ahead and give it a taste test, see if it holds up and how it compares to my memory of the last protein bars. Okay, so took a pretty big bite out of that actually. It's really interesting because at first you get a very you get a very interesting flavor at the front that's almost like a vanilla extract flavor, a little bit with that, and then the chocolate chips in there. So it does taste like maybe a little heavily seasoned chocolate chip cookie dough. The weird thing about it though, so this bar, as it looks like it's just like a log, it's actually quite like it's pliable and bendable, but it's a little bit harder than I expected it to be. Because most protein bars, as you've known, are almost like a goo. And the interesting thing is, so you have the chocolate chips in there, but those itty bitty little portions in there that are kind of white or clear, those are actually like crisps, like they're like Rice Krispies, a little something like that, which is an odd decision for a chocolate chip cookie dough. I don't usually anticipate that type of a texture with a cookie dough. It's not bad. It adds a different texture and flavor to it, which I actually don't mind. It's actually pretty good. In comparison to their original or version 1 of their protein bars, this is much better. The flavor, I guess, could be a little similar. It has kind of like that strong vanilla chocolate chip cookie dough flavor. The texture is much better, even though it's kind of an odd texture to have of a crisp and crunchiness in your cookie dough. Most places just go for a smooth cookie dough. I'm looking at the ingredients here to understand where that crisp came from. So it's a dairy protein crisp, whey protein concentrate, and rice flour. All right, so yeah, they did completely stay away from whey, and instead they just did little dairy protein crisps. So it's not bad, actually. I'm very surprised. I do think that this is better than their first one. It's an interesting choice to go with a crisp and add kind of that rice crisp in there for a chocolate chip cookie dough, but otherwise it's pretty good. It is pretty strong on the vanilla flavor, but some people might enjoy that more. I think this will be a good one to put into rotation if you have a protein bar and you want something that's very transparent and clear. The majority of their protein comes from whey protein, and then they do have some milk or dairy protein in there as well. So that is a big call out for them. Much better improvement over their first version. So version 2 of Legion's protein bar is getting a thumbs up from me. I think it's worth, I think it's worth giving a try if you guys are interested. Again, if you've been able to try this, this is a newer release for Legion. Please drop down in the comments what your thoughts are. Did you taste anything different from the protein bar than I did? And then guys, make sure to subscribe and like the video, so that way you can kind of know when new things are coming. Until next time, guys, enjoy yourself. Bye.